And why would she do that, do you think?
She said, well, to take away my views. And then, there was another message in there that had said something along the lines of, and then they're going, do it, do it, do it. Oh, she's going to be pissed off. Now, little did they know. Do they not think that I actually not know what they're going to do? Of course I fucking do. Of course. You know, so this particular day that I was going to do the after show, I hadn't even got myself still in my pyjamas. I didn't even get dressed because I knew what was coming. Because I'm not stupid.
Just in case or anything to do with this, somebody in the chat has said a few times, check your messages.
What messages?
I think WhatsApp. Sorry, just in case I don't want to distract you, just in case it was important.
Yeah, no worries. So I had all this crap coming out and I was like, that's interesting. So I just let them crack on with it at the end of the day. I thought, but like I say, I didn't share any messages on any public platform or anything like that because I couldn't be asked. And I'm not getting into that slinging match. Like I said, I'm the person that, I'm happy to speak on the phone or you speak to my face. Even though I have actually, I had blocked people as well. There's other ways they could have got hold of me. They could have got somebody else to say, oh, can you just send her a message and tell her to ring me or something? Do you know what I mean?
So it sounds like once you'd fallen out with them, this was a whole group effort to go after you and make you as uncomfortable as possible, right?
Pretty much.
Can I ask a cheeky question?
Do you know something as well, right? There's a couple in the chat here. There's Jemsky and Sally. Now, we had a big fallout, me and these guys, and it was absolutely fine. Hi, Mr. Gert. But we've sorted it out. We've spoke. And it is what it is. But we're all right. They're genuinely nice girls. They're lovely. They really, really are.
Can I ask you a cheeky question?
Yeah, go for it.
From the point of a viewer, you may not want to answer, but I'm intrigued.
Go on.
When you were around these people, I suppose, is this stuff that they've been doing for a long time? Because that's the impression that I've always had. Are there set tactics that they keep using? Because you mentioned obviously the going live stuff.
Yeah.
Is this how they operate? Is it a structured operation, I suppose?
Yeah, Mama Bill, yes it is. Yeah. It used to make me feel quite awkward. I mean, there's so much stuff I could say. There's so much stuff, tell her I can't. Sorry. There's so much that was, in the group and a lot of messages and
what is there anything you can say? I mean, people are encouraging.
I wouldn't want to because it's not my business at the end of the day, and I don't want it to cause upset for other people. Do you know what I mean? I'm not that. So I'm not an arsehole. I really am not an arsehole.
Guys, I just jumped up because Ellie was a little bit in her emotions when she started and it wasn't making any sense to me. So I've just jumped up to try and guide a little bit or see if we can see if your questions can be answered. So if you've got questions, keep chucking them in the chat.
Yeah, chuck them in because I'm not reading the... Thank you to anybody that sent anything. I really have not been looking at the screen. I'm sorry. I'm not here to be making any money off the back of any of this shite. I really am not. I don't know. I haven't been on live for about, 2.5, 3 months maybe? Been weeks, months. I don't know.
Was that right? Come out and we've seen how the place that Zach was in, and good on him because he has really been.
I know I was really, really cross that he started to hang around with them, but I thought, do you know what? He's going to see the light.
How did it make you feel? When you were going through that, how did it really make you feel?
I don't know. I felt really frustrated because sometimes when you can see people for what they are and not understanding how others can't see it. Now I don't know if that's part of the autistic-y brain in me. I don't friggin' know. I just don't know. But when you see through people and you don't understand that others can't, that frustrates me, because I'm like, why can't you see this? But it did frustrate me. But then after a while, I sat back and, I thought, you know what? They are actually going to see, I've predicted everything that's gone off. I've literally said everything that's gone off. And I hope that if anybody else has had any problems, I really, really, really do hope that others do come forward. I would never want to see. And if anybody has for any, felt really down or upset by what any creator's done to them or anything, please, my inbox is always open and it's not going anywhere. I'm not that person. I stopped doing my lives. I quit the agency. I just didn't agree with things. There's nothing. I've got no animosity with the agency at all whatsoever. I just don't want nothing to do. Hey, Observer. Do you know what? It might actually help if I did put my glasses on, wouldn't it?
the lovely Jelly. I see Jelly all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a question or a statement. Sorry, Jelly was saying. It may be a question. Why is it so difficult to walk away from a collective? But I know Jelly would normally make that as a statement.
Why is it so difficult to walk away from a collective? I think sometimes, in my position, I'm not going to sit here and trauma dump and bullshit and all the rest of it. Yeah, I don't really go out much because of things that I've got wrong with me, and I miss my job. I miss being around people. I've always been a people person. I've always hung around people, and I just like entertaining, and that's what my job was, an entertainer and a teacher. And I think when the pandemic hit, and then I went back to work for only a year, and then my body basically let me down. So to come away from everything and to be at home, literally all the time, times I ever leave is literally for hospital appointments. It makes you meet people online and you think that you can be friends with them. But I don't think, in my real life, the friends I have got in my real life, I have never experienced people in this way. Online as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm just what? It just seems like somebody's trying to pick fault, be the top dog, wanting to be seen, wanting this, wanting that, and it's crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, if I wanted to, go to town on it, I could have shared everything. I could have spoke up straight away. I could have made it really big and blown it all out of proportion and all the rest of it, but I didn't.
It sounds like, I know you're saying you don't want to speak on it because of other people that are involved and you don't want to put them in.
I don't want to affect people.
Yeah, it sounds like there was quite a lot going on though.
There was an awful lot going on. I mean, we did we did have a laugh as a group. We really, really, really did. But it was just, I don't know, things just changed, I suppose.
Somebody in the comments just said you would have been silenced anyway, but I suppose that's what you were saying, wasn't it? Was anytime you did go live, there were people in your live watching, or
you just know that you got eyes on you. But like I say, I was being followed into lives that are, and I knew that if I went into certain lives, because they never used to go in, then they'd turn up and then you'd see all these shitty little pathetic comments. I just thought, I can't be doing with this. It's so childish. I mean, I love being childish, yes, but I mean, when it gets to the point where it's nigh on stalking, it's piss off, literally.
Nelly just said thank you for the candid response as well.
Oh, bless you, that's okay.
I think more of, isn't it? If this stuff has been going on for a long time and there's a lot of people.
It has been going on for a long time, and I just think people just need to open their eyes and look and listen. I'm not going to sit here and slag people off. I really, really am not. I'm just not. I'm not going to do it. Oh, you got kitchen disco air gems. But yeah, I just, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not.
And to be honest, I don't think
there's been many people hurt and upset enough as it is, and people are reliving things and getting triggered by things. And I just think there's a lot of sorry, hang on. There's a lot of people that are just had enough of the screaming. I know that I've had it. I can't listen to too much screaming and yelling. It drives me absolutely potty.
Ali, somebody said, can you get some similar voices in? I don't know if they mean, like, if anybody else has had any experiences, if they can speak. Feel free to let me know, Gam.
You don't have to. There's no pressure. Like, there's absolutely no pressure. You know, I don't want to be getting anybody into trouble. It's not what I'm about. You know.
And were you around when Alex was around?
I've never. Sorry to say this, but I've never ever particularly liked him. I've never been able to put my finger on it. I just don't actually like him that much, and I can't help that. There's just, you know, there's what about Miss J? What about Miss J? I don't actually have an actual problem with Miss J, and I did tell her. I said to her, "Why do you stick up for her and take the shit so much? Why do you take the fall all the time? You know, you'd be better off walking away." But, you know, she didn't, and that's her choice. That's absolutely her choice. But I just, I don't know with Jay. I just don't know. I can't put my finger on it with Jay. She's never done anything like, you know, bad to me. When things were getting bad, she kept messaging and messaging and messaging. But I just don't know why she hangs around with her.
So, is there any other either experiences you want to share, or is there anything else you think people should know, or you?
Oh, thank you. Oh God, there's just so much. There literally is so much. I'd have to actually sit here with a piece of pen and paper and write stuff down for me to remember. But again, that's just how my brain works.
Was this a bit of an impulsive live because of everything that's been going on? Because I haven't seen them on for quite a while.
It's been mad. It's been a horrible experience on TikTok. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even like, you know, I've had another creator whispering into her ear saying, my mate Mandy lives around the corner from her. She doesn't live around the corner from her. She lives about a 10-minute drive from her. She doesn't know the house number. And apparently I said that she walks around following her with a knife.
Sorry, I'm lost. Who said?
There was another creator that I modded for, and I think this creator tried to use me, and I'm more wiser to it now, which is fine. Use me all you like. Don't care. She was very manipulative, I guess. Like, I didn't know that I'd had a personal phone call with her, and she had another device, and she had her mods listening in on it, and she's done this to quite a few creators, apparently, from what I've been told. And I was just like, oh Jesus. But she has said some other things about other people that are a bit out of order.
They're having conversations with people, and they've got their mods listening in on another device.
Yeah.
What the?
I was like, and like, the reason that I know this is because I had some of the conversation. The reason that I do know this as well is because I had some conversation relayed back to me. I was like, they wouldn't have known that unless they heard it.
Wow.
So, but you know, it's yeah. But it's just been like, you know, all I will say is, people on TikTok, don't be telling anybody anything. Never tell people about your personal life. Never tell people like anything that puts you in that makes you feel vulnerable. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, it is all very sinister. Jemski, you probably do, darling. Yes.
How are you feeling now?
I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm all right. I've just been so annoyed today because, like, the amount of messages that I was getting and tagged it, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, they've said this, they've said that, you know. And I was just like, oh yeah. And then there was one of the gossipy one. She did a live where she'd said it was aimed at me. I'm pretty sure it was, because she was on about a mod, and it was definitely aimed at me. And I took her platform away. She was running around the app like she's a rock star. Can anybody confirm, have I actually run around the app like a fucking rock star? Have I?
Did Red say that?
Yeah.
Sorry, it gets a bit confusing without names, so I'm trying to clarify.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, she'd said that. And I was thinking, what? A rock star? I only did the after show for 2 weeks. Get a grip. I didn't even like the fucking after show. You know, I'm not a bit, you know, oh yeah, take on that Diageo case and just think of the gift you're going to get. I was like, I don't actually want to. I don't know him. And I think it's probably one for the police, if I'm honest. You know.
Wow.
You know, it was just ridiculous. I just thought, ugh.
Ellie,
yeah, did
you want to open your boxes?
Oh, maybe it was you. I don't know. But yeah. Who knows? Who friggin' knows? I don't flipping know. Who knows? But yeah, I'm just, you know, saying it how it is, and that's my thoughts and feelings about everything. And I just hope people, you know, wake up and see things for what they are. You know, because there was other people that took a battering as well. That was in the group that I was in. Another person that was in there that took a battering, and like verbal one, and had loads of shit. Who's L? I don't know who L is.
So, Ellie, for those people that were asking if they had similar experiences or any experiences themselves, could they speak? Mm-hmm. Comfortable letting them in your boxes?
Oh, yes, of course you can.
I just forced my way in your box.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so if maybe just start by anybody that wants to share, and then afterwards you could like accept anybody else if you wanted to. So if anybody wants to share, right.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm proud of you.
You've changed your name and I cannot bloody get my head around it.
I know,
it's been though. I've changed it to Pink Buddha because I'm just trying to stay zen with everything. I'm surrounded by my crystals. I have my clear quartz with me, my smoky quartz.
So Ellie, just while people are talking, I'm just going to drop, but if you need me, I'll jump back up. But
yeah, no worries.
Clarify what you were saying. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's absolutely, it makes sense. My brain goes 10 to the dozen, you see. Oh, bless you.
You're doing good, Ellie. I'm proud of you for speaking out.
Oh, thanks.
You know,
I'm not doing it for gifts or anything like that, guys. So please do not think that at all. I just don't know how to turn it off because I haven't been on here for about 3 months.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
yeah. But you know, I'm not one of those. I'm not a Beggy Mitchell. I don't do battles anymore because I can't be asked. I only have to do it because I'm part of the agency. But apart from potatoes, oh dear. But yeah, so it's all crazy.
So how are you feeling now since you've spoken?
I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm just, I'm not going to be responding to any backlash, I'm just not, because I can't be asked. I've got more shit to deal with in life.
Exactly.
Way more. And that's, Michelle, is the HD part of the group? I don't know, if I'm honest with you. I can't answer that one because it's a big agency. There's a lot of people in there, but there's a lot of people that have left. There's a lot of people that you know, the red one was part of it because she was my manager. So yeah, it's Martin, can you mute Chisbu? But yeah, so yeah. It is what it is. Michelle, can you hurry up and can you get another agency? I need one. I can get one on the 21st of May, apparently.
How is your health now, Ellie?
My health's not brilliant. It's really not brilliant, but it's not the worst. But mentally, from feeling the anxiety and the depression and the unaliving thoughts, and you know, that's still kind of there, but that's just oh no, I love you, Michelle. But that's kind of it has dulled down a bit, but sometimes when you see it kicking off, you're thinking, you just know every time my name gets thrown in somewhere, I'm just like, will you fuck off? Literally, I don't need to go through all of it again. It's literally, and then you get messages, you've been mentioned again, you've been mentioned. I'm like, do you really need to tell me? I don't actually care. Stop telling me, because then it'll put me like on an edge, and I'm like, I don't actually care, you know?
Yeah.
It's up to them what they do with their shitty ways, and you know, and it's just sad. And like I've said, if anybody has experienced anything so horrible and sad, someone said you sent Zach photos. No, I didn't even see like that picture. I'm a really squeamish person. Like I can't stand anything to do with anything medical, nothing. I hate it. It makes me vomit, pass out the lot. I'm like, so like. Whatever that picture was nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing. And if it was, I would have said, yep, that was me. And because of my previous job, and I'm thinking to myself, nah, she's not going to put it in here, is she? I need everybody's permission. I thought, all right then. So I went, go on then, share it. Ha ha ha, like this, yeah. Thinking, nah, she's not. But then he said, sod waiting for everyone's permission, sent it to me. So she sent it to him and he uploaded it. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I could give her a few lessons like a teacher. It was just like, I can't remember. I haven't got the chat because obviously I was told to delete it, but I can remember vague bits off here, there and everywhere. But you know, whatever. That's, again, not my business. It was never shared by me at all whatsoever. I would never ever do that to somebody, because obviously being in the burlesque I was in the burlesque industry, I know the ins and outs of things like that. But yeah,
It still feels like it was only yesterday.
I know, it's weird. I don't know who sent it to her. She did say she did tell me one person had sent it to her, but I don't know if that's true or not, or if she made it up. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But oh dear. But yeah, it's just a shame that all the crap just doesn't stop flying around, and it's like on repeat. No, not. She said somebody else to me, not Charlie. I'm just going to go, But yeah, so it was just, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, if, you know, I don't really know what else to say, really. There's just, you know, these big creators aren't all that, and they're not the nicest of people. They're not your friends. They don't care. And
would
all
you say it was a like a click group?
Mm-hmm. It was a weird group. It was a hard one. I mean, Mama Ghoul, you were part of it at one point, weren't you? And then there was some stuff that happened on your side, wasn't there, Bab?
Yeah, I was part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt so sorry for you. I was just like, God.
I was only in it for a short amount of time.
Literally.
Like quite literally a few months, and I was pretty much thrown to the dust.
Yeah.
It kind of like stemmed from like, I was never involved in any of the WhatsApp groups. In fact, I didn't even know there were any at all. I only knew after my incident happened, when you know, people were parting ways from that group and then telling me what was said about me in those groups.
Yep.
Ellie being one of them, and Blue being the other one, being really honest about what was going on.
Yeah. Oh.
And the incident, there were a few incidents where, you know, I got to admit I was quite sensitive about some things that were said, and I'd get quite upset, and they didn't like the fact that I would get upset really easily. They also knew that I had autism too, so they knew that I was quite sensitive to a lot of things that were being said. So it would upset me, and
it's hard, isn't it? When you've got like, because there's autism in my family, it's hard because I don't know about you, but I look at things in so many different ways to what, say, like a normal person. I am so not. But like if a you know, I see things differently to other people, and I look at things in so many different ways. Like I've covered every single angle I can possibly think of how this question could be made out, you know, what answer to give. And then I'm like, but what's the right answer? So could it be this? Then I just go, I'll go right into it. I'm not normal. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with it.
Literally, it was just a mess. And the one thing, the breakdown that actually happened that caused me to completely part ways from everyone, apart from Blue and Ellie, they've all kind of been around and stuff like that, was I was live with a couple of my friends. I was having a really down moment. I couldn't creatively push past numbers, and I wanted to get my makeup out there, and I felt like I was doing hours and hours of work and just getting nowhere, and I was feeling really, really low. So everyone was trying to like pick me up. And one of the friends, Shelley, came in the box, and she was giving me some strong words along with Ellie and everyone and stuff like that. And then she left. So Shelley left. And then Ellie left. And then I was left with a few other people in my box, and they were trying to cheer me up. Shelley requested to come back in. And as I had clicked her to come back in, there was a WhatsApp call that was happening in the background with Miss Red's voice, Reese's voice, and a couple of other people's voices. And they were talking about someone whilst this was happening. So me being me, shock horror, was trying to cover it up by being really loud, because I had no idea what the hell was going on and why I was hearing several voices. So I managed to kick Shelley out. And I had no idea who they were talking about at the time. It was awful what they were saying, and they thought it was absolutely fucking hilarious. Bear in mind, I had been crying earlier in this live that I had hosted. I was probably live for at least about an average of 3 hours, trying to like prep myself up and stuff like that. And then I ended the live. The next day, I was getting absolutely hammered by loads of people saying, you knew that was going to happen. This was planned. You knew that call was going to happen. That's why you let her in. It's your fault that someone is hurt. You did this. You caused this. I had loads of people trolling me like for ages trolling me. So I went live because I just couldn't take it. And I said, I had no idea that call was going to happen. I didn't even know there was a call happening. Like at all. And
she's not daft, that one. I always said this. She knew exactly what she was doing.
She knew exactly what she was doing when she came back into the box. And she then, you know, people were coming in and having their say, and there were some horrible things said about me in that live that I got honestly upset again and started to cry. Then I found out that there was a collage made with me and several other people
that's right,
problematic on the app. I was in the middle, and it was a picture of me crying in the live with like people of the likes of Alpha Bar, and there was an image of Fact Freak photo shopped in the middle of a school with school children in it, like, you know, and it was made by Miss Red. And I was upset when I heard and saw this image. I was really upset because I was in the middle of it. And I went to basically speak my piece about how it had upset me and how, like, you know, Miss Red came into my life, was prepping me up, but then in the background was bitching about me and saying some awful things about me. And I went into a box. I do believe I went into, I can't remember if it was either Angie's box at the time or if it was, I've forgotten his name now. What was his name? I can't remember his name, but I went into someone's box because they wanted to hear what actually happened. I was midway through telling my story, and then she comes in, like, in the box basically, and she was just like, and how did this affect you, Mother Girl? So I don't know why you're crying, I don't know why you're upset. I just went, I have every right to be upset. I was in the middle of the photo that you just created about several other people. I barely even, you know, I'm not very, like, you know, I don't know why I'm being associated with all these people in this picture, and I don't even know why Fact Freak is in there, in photoshopped in a school. Like, I don't understand. And she was like, this doesn't involve you. This has nothing to do with you. And I was just like, it's got everything to do with me. I'm in the middle of that picture. That's me. That's my face. Like, it's got everything to do with me.
It can't have been nice for you to, you know, experience that. Somebody said in the chat there, what happened to the money that Shelley was raising on TikTok for surgery. You can answer that question because nobody knows. Nobody knows the answer.
To be honest, nobody actually knows what happened to that money.
I was told that because I don't know if she knew, I haven't got a clue. But before she'd even, like, I've met Shelley or like met her on TikTok, like not in person. Before she joined our group and got to know us and all the rest of it, she was apparently a part of another group. However, there was somebody in this other group, and apparently she'd already made 10K for this surgery.
Sorry, my face right now. My face is facing all these comments. Sorry, just quickly, I rose again. Mama girl, baby girl, just wanted to check because I got a little bit distracted in the comments. Did you say Red created a picture or collage with you, Fact Freak, and other creators
that are problematic? Yeah.
It's like a visual hit list.
Yeah, literally, like they so basically I've got like a small screenshot. I haven't got the actual picture, but I've got a chat that they had, and I've got a screenshot of the actual thing in that. And it's me in the middle. There's
in the comments there, she was in it.
Yeah, there was Fat Freak, and then there was Alpha. I believe Alphabet was in there.
I honestly couldn't. I remember seeing it, but I wasn't a part of that then.
But it was an awful picture to see because, like, I just was just like, I can't actually believe that you put me in the middle of like,
hey Ryan,
a collage with some very heavily problematic people as well. So like, I was just like, how is me crying and getting really emotional about, you know, my work not being seen, my makeup not being seen, my creativity being seen problematic? Like, I don't see how that's problematic. I was just getting really overwhelmed. Like, you know, it's really hard as a autistic person to really
yes, he does Sassy Susan. Oh, I haven't done the shimmy for Sassy Susan. Forgot.
Hello. It's like really hard to like process like your emotions properly. So I didn't understand why I wasn't being seen, why I shouldn't like like why these things weren't happening, and it was a really vulnerable moment for me to even go live. Like a lot of people, including Ellie, was telling me to come off live and call her and don't do this to yourself. Like you're in a state. Come on, you need to get off live. You really need to get off live. And I was like, no, I'm fine. And it's just like, no, you're
not
really
fine.
like
You're not.
like.
To come in quickly and just clear it up just before my kids scream. So, Mum and Paul, the collage was made because of everything that was said in that live that was blasted through Shelley's phone. So, because Birdie, Miss Innocent Swat Features Birdie, said, and Fact Freak hangs around with young girls, that's why Fact Freak was then photoshopped in front of a school, which apparently wasn't meant in that way, but clearly it was. You was in the centre crying because you went off crying afterwards. And I can't remember the other people afterwards, but basically everybody that was outed through that group call misread them, made that little collage. So, yeah, I would go back in screenshots and find it. But do you know how many screenshots I've got? It's not going to be worth it. But that's why it was made. But,
it was just not like, you find comfort in a group of people and you think they're being honest with you, but they're just not, like. And it got to the point where, I actually turned around to like Blue and Ellie. I said, look, you guys were involved in the group. You need to start telling me what the fuck went on, because like I don't know why suddenly now I've been like a target. So like, we would spend days. There were days we were talking back and forth to each other, me, Blue, and Ellie, like trying to figure out what the hell was going on.
It was all weird, wasn't it? It was all like, it's just weird.
anyway, I'm going to drop now because
all right then. Well, it's nice to hear from you.
Yeah, so I am still here. I just don't join.
Yeah, I didn't mean to come back to the app, and after a few months, off.
This is the first time
for it to be like this. I was like, oh, I did start to do agony aunt section, and I tested it out, and it was really good. I only did it for the one session, and it was quite funny. But that's what my plans were to do.
I watched that, Ellie. I watched that.
It was good. It was funny. It was good fun. But I've taken the email address down at the moment because I just I've got my health to deal with at the minute, and I need to get that sorted first, and that's my main priority.
Sort yourself out and then come back with the agony aunt because that was good. But
I really enjoyed doing it. It was funny.
Anyway, peace out, everyone. Long way.
Peace out, Blue. You was about to buy followers to get.
And you kicked me out the box. I've forgotten.
Oh yeah. Oh God, you're asking me. I couldn't even remember what I was doing when I pressed live. I was like, oh. Oh yes, that one. No. Yes, that one. Yeah, I did it. How are you, Ben?
I'm all right. I came in at the right moment. No, I think obviously I met you through Red.
I don't even remember. I'm bad at remembering.
Basically, how I started associating with her is I was scrolling on TikTok trying to find like new people to watch, and I came across her live, and I was like, all right, I'll just pop in. And I liked what I was hearing, and I thought, you know what, I'll give her a follow. And then I started snooping through her profile, and I was like, oh, she's doing an agency. Went with her. Everything was fine. Obviously, no one recommended me to her. I just kind of found it on her backup account, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If I'm going to get protected and I go live anyway, that's a bonus. But the lack of support that I received was shocking. I don't know if you remember, but when you were doing the after show, I got a violation. I don't know if you remember this.
Vaguely.
I got a violation.
My brain's crap. I'm forgetful. Whoa.
I got a violation, and I was like, do you know what? I'll message Red, and I'll be like, can you sort this for me? It took me maybe about a good 20 minutes for her to notice that I've messaged her.
Yeah.
in the comment section being like, I've got a violation, could you sort this for me? And she was very blunt, she was like, yes. And I was like, oh, I'm more better sorting this my
quite
fucking
a few
self.
people that said that they struggled to, like, I was getting messages, can you tell Miss Red that I want to join the agency, can you tell her that I've been bananaed, can you tell, it was just like, and I was thinking, why am I getting these messages?
Exactly.
I'm not the manager.
Obviously, I went live at one point, and I can't remember what I was doing, but she popped in along with Reese.
Mm-hmm.
They jump into my box, and that was the only time that I got views from her. So she, in a way, she was like, "Oh, we'll build up the views for him, and then like they'll all stay." Did they fuck? They fucking left as soon as she dropped. They all left like a fucking dead fly. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I ended my live shortly after. And then obviously Reese hosted a live with Red for Ghost Stories, I think it was. I don't know if anyone I don't remember if anyone remembers that live. So obviously my hometown is pretty haunted. So I thought the main one that I knew about was the one that I was getting told about.
Mm-hmm.
So I popped up and I was like, do you know what? Fuck it, what have I got to lose? I went in, told my piece, and the humiliation that came afterwards was absolutely shocking. The absolute humiliation that I received. Everyone laughed in my face, including Red and Reese themselves. And they were like, oh, no, we're not laughing at you. We're just laughing at the story. And I was like, you are laughing at me. Because I said the story, like, get over yourselves. So, basically, the humiliation that came afterwards, obviously, I left and I was like, I can't go back in. Everyone's going to laugh at me again. I felt really... Oh, what's the word?
Embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt extremely embarrassed. Obviously, I never watched her for a good few days after that. And obviously, to get myself known, I think everyone knows what you have to do. I think everyone knows.
Send all the gifts in.
I sent her a diamond ring. Don't get me wrong, that's not the biggest gift I have sent. Oh, no. But I thought, do you know what? I'll send her a diamond ring. That would get me known. She followed me. I've messaged her. I think I've still got the messages. If I scroll down far enough. But no. The gifting ring that goes on in that live is shocking.
Yeah. I mean, even I could spill on that, but I'm not going to.
No.
But yeah, it is. It's absolutely crazy.
I have briefly spoken about it.
Yeah.
But that was when one of her little minions found out about it.
Yeah.
Ran straight back to Red, and obviously she blocked me. Which no skin off my back. Literally no skin off my back. I don't care that she's blocked me.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had a backup account, obviously, because I thought after I've spoken about it, I'm going to get trolled. No one came for me.
But yeah, with the gifting thing, I know for a fact because I heard it from the mouth itself. Board, or whatever it was, I can't bloody remember what they're bloody called these days. This is so bad. Are they called leagues now?
They're leagues, yeah.
I don't even fucking know. So yeah, what they did was, I do know that she gave back to some of the creators that had gifted her. So, which is a bit, I don't know, weird.
I don't know what goes on.
I got gifted when I got gifted a uni, it wasn't done out of kindness. It was apparently, I did that, so it was a fuck you to Miss Red. And I was like, so it wasn't done out of genuine, like, you know what I mean? I was just like, but, you know, I just felt a bit used there, so it's what it is.
We've had our differences. I think we can both proudly say that.
God, yeah, of course, yeah.
And obviously,
but do you know what, Ben? You're actually a nice person. This young man here, he always messages and checks in on me. He's like, "You all right?" Every day I'll get a message going, "How are you today? How are you? You all right? What you up to?" And you know, so I've got some lovely, lovely people on here that do. Hi, Alison. Hi. And I've got some lovely people that, you know, do message. I mean, every once in a while, Mum or Gul will check in with each other, you know. I'm like, hi. She'll be like, hi, how are you? Fine, good. You know. But, you know, I've met some truly lovely, lovely people on here who I'd class as friends. And I have to say, they're the real ones. Do you know what I mean? Being this top big creator ain't all that, you know. It's all ego stroking, isn't it? And in my eyes, if you're that desperate to be, look at me, control everything, it's, you know, they're doing things for the wrong reasons. And me, I'm not asked. I've had the attention that I needed in life. Do you know what I mean? I used to put shows on in the theatre, for God's sake. You know, performed up and down the country. It's, you know, I just don't get it on TikTok. I don't get where it turned so nasty, and all the fun's been sucked out of it. You know,
I think
I used to be too worried to go into Zach's live, and I just used to watch from the outside so that nobody saw me go in. Yeah. But I go in there now, you know, and it's just fun. He's got music pumping, and it's just a giggle. And that's what it kind of should be about. You know, people just need to grow up, be an adult, move on, and make the most out of life, because I'm telling you now, time goes quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, I'm gonna be quite open about this, and I've not really, like, I've had someone in my comment section on one of my videos, trolling me for this, but before I even found out about anything about these creators, I used to gift Alphaba.
Yeah.
Before I found anything out,
yeah,
I used to gift Evil Queen, and I used to gift CLA.
Yeah, that's fine. I've gifted CLA before.
Yeah.
Hi, Antoinette. Yes, I've changed. I've gone all zen. I'm all pink and oh. And I've, you know, crystals are the way forward. I'm just saying, crystals are the actual way forward. And if you saw my collection of crystals, you'd be like, oh my God, she's like got an actual crystal cave. It's amazing. But yeah, I just can't be doing with listening to the screaming, the yelling, and the shouting. It's just like, God's sake, there is an actual world out there. I've been lucky and been blessed that, you know, I have travelled before I had children, and, you know, go out and explore. I like being outdoors. However, I'm a bit of a home girl these days. It's only because of the aches and pains that I go through. But, you know, ooh, she's got geodes. I was thinking about geodes earlier because mine was sort of cracked a little bit. Well, actually, it's not cracked. It's actually like kind of broke off, thanks to my husband. I said, be careful with that. What did you do? Slam. I was like, oh my God, he's broke it.
God.
Yeah, I was like, he's broke my freaking geode. I was like, that's it, you're dead. But yeah, no, I've got like, you know, I love my crystals. You know, I just want just a quiet, easy life. There's no need for all of this, like, you know, I do the FYP and I'm going to talk about this person. Why do you have to fucking talk about these people? Like, why?
Honestly, it's like what she sees on the FYP. If I ended up going viral, she'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Not saying that I will go viral.
Yeah, well, you never know. Who knows what the future holds, right? So, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I just think to myself, fuck it, you know, I ain't here for this arguing and shit. You know, I really, really am not. I can't be doing with it, and I can't be doing with the whispers behind the back. She said, da, 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 da. You know, people know how easy it is to, and if you don't, right, seriously, just go and find out how to do it. How to like manipulate messages as well. That's amazing. I didn't even know how to do it till like, was it somebody told me how it was done at the end of last year? I was like, what? Or was it the beginning of this year? I was like, is that how they do it? I was like, what? So you know, it's crazy. People are actually bonkers. I am actually quite normal with my autistic-y brain. I'm fine with this. I'm actually all right. You know. Oh, bless you, Alison. But yeah, so it's just, you know, I just whatever. You know, people run to the drama. I'm not that sheep. I'm not running to the drama. I don't care. There's, you know, there's too much shit going on in the world. Do you know what? If there was a war in this country, right, we'd be screwed.
Absolutely. 100%.
Everybody would be on TikTok bitching. I'm just like, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? It's like, God, get a grip. Get a fucking grip.
Be like, oh my God, the world's ending. Like, send me all the money. You're not going to be here, love, to actually use the money. Like,
exactly.
I was like...
And do you know what else as well? There's, what was it called? That comment cafe, right? I've been on there a few times. They're quite funny on there. But I like their standards as well. Like, I like what they
absolutely
stand for. They can, you know, they're some very intelligent people on that comment cafe. And I have to say, if you haven't watched Miss Baguette's or Mrs. Doubtfire's videos that they play, they are so funny. They are really, really funny. But yeah, they're good. They're good fun. So, but yeah, there is. It can get a bit heated on there. But apart from that, they're all right. They see things for what it is, you know. So big up to those as well. Big up, big up. Can't say that in ages. But yeah, they're good, aren't they? They're really good, their videos. They're very funny. They are very creative. And yeah, pick up. They will like crucify me for saying that, I'm sure. One more person says it. I'm sorry, I was that person. But yeah, no, it's they do, yes, yeah, exactly, Charlie's oxygen. Oh, but yeah, they do speak facts. They're, you know, they're good people. They really are.